Hello, everyone. I feel like playing some Fruits of Garsaria today. And, you know, I don't get the best views with these visual novels, but I do enjoy them. I do enjoy a good story here and there. And I enjoy good audiobooks. I don't do very good narration, so I won't be narrating most of this, but I will be giving my thoughts and inputs probably once in a while. So basically, sit back and enjoy. And before we start, I just want to say I've seen like the first episode of this in the anime, but besides that, I haven't seen any of it at all. And I'm hoping that this will be pretty good because it's been highly rated as an anime and as a game, and I hope that it lives up to it in comparisons of what else I've played. All right, let's get into it.
初めからよ。
I guess I'll narrate everything that doesn't have voices. Intense sunlight blazes down on the road as if to declare the arrival of summer. The burning asphalt radiates heat, mixing with the scent of the tides to form a thick, muddy atmosphere. It's way too early for this kind of weather, and when the temperature abnormally sounds weird. And when the temperature's abnormally high, you're always going to get some people who lose their head and start acting erratically. In other words, it's only natural that the police would be on the lookout for suspicious types at this time, like these. It was about 10 minutes ago that I realized I had been mistaken for one of those heat stroke addle sorts.
名前が風見雄二。住所は山梨県大里郡。
Sweat pouring down from his forehead as he examines my license. The police in front of me takes a glance at the large backpack I'm carrying, then continues the background check.
山梨から来たのか、あんた。
Yes.
この町には何の用事で？大荷物背負ってどこかへ行く途中かい？
I told you this 10 minutes ago. I'm moving. This luggage is everything I own.
それじゃあ、引っ越し先の住所は？
Like I said, I don't have one yet. The answer's not going to change no matter how many times you ask me.
引っ越し先の住所も決まっていないのに引っ越してきたって言うのかい？君、何を隠しているの？そろそろ本当のことを教えてよ。
Where'd you come from? Where are you going? What are you planning to do there? Depends on context. These things can be fairly philosophical questions, but as far as the police inquiries go, they're practically run-of-the-mill. From their perspective, anyone around wearing without a clear-cut business is a default criminal of some sort. Let alone someone like me carrying around a conspicuous, bulky luggage. It's as good as guaranteed that they'd stop me. That is their job, I suppose. Since this little scene acts as a crime deterrent, though, it's through its visibility, it's not entirely wasted effort. But unfortunately, I don't have all day to play along. I drop a glance towards the digital watch I'm wearing around my left wrist. Sorry, but I gotta keep... Let me start that over. Sorry, but I'm keeping someone waiting. I can't really spare any more time for hanging out with some bored cops.
バカにしてるのか？
A bored police force is a proof that the city is at peace. Take it as a compliment. Inexplicably taking offense at my tone, the police officer clicks his tongue in irritation and tosses my
じゃ
license
あ
back.
風見さん、悪いけどお背中の荷物の中身確認させてもらっていいかな？
I refuse.
どうして？何か見られたくないものでも入ってるの？刃物とか 持ってない？
I don't rely on blades. Policy of mine. Look, are you really telling me to unpack all this on the spot? It'll take an hour at least. 30 minutes just to take it all out, and 30 minutes to put it all in.
じゃあ立ち話もなんだし、警察署に行こうか。冷たいお茶ぐらい出すからさ、そこでゆっくりお話を聞かせてよ。
I just told you, I don't have the time. I can't accept voluntary questioning. I know you can't just back down in a situation like this, but if I say I'll head over there myself later, could we just wrap this up for now?
そんな都合のいいこと言って、そのまましらばっくれる気だろ。だったらせめて自宅の連絡先を教えてよ。
As I've explained, I'm in the middle of a move. I've vacated my old place, so I don't have an address.
じゃあご両親の住んでいる実家の住所だ。まさか両親もホームレスだとは言うまい？
I don't have any parents. No siblings or relatives either. They're all dead.
本当に？やっぱり何か隠してるんじゃないの？
This is going nowhere.
警察署まで来てくれれば無駄な問答をしなくて済むんだけどね。今パトカー呼ぶから少し待っててくれる？
Then at least let me call the person I'm supposed to meet. At this rate, they'll be waiting all day.
そりゃ構わないけど、相手は誰？お友達？
I'm not gonna tell you that.
言えないような相手なのか？
It's your mother. We had an appointment at a hotel tonight.
は？
I was keeping quiet out of the goodness of my heart. You just dragged it out of me, so don't blame me when your parents get divorced and your happy home is shattered.
バカにしてるのか！
Well, that's kind of fucked up.
え？
No. Yeah, I'm tired of clicking, and it's kind of like I don't want the mouse there. Is there another button I can use? Spacebar clearly is not working, although that's the default key. It's enter. Alright, I'm supposed to be narrating these things. A woman sits collapsed on the street, stretched out in her hands. Her high heels lie on the ground, knocked off her feet by a sudden fall. Just about halfway between us, there's a man in a flashy Hawaiian shirt running this direction.
警察か！
Although the thief flinches for a moment at the sight of the policeman's uniform, after a quick check for any convenient side streets, he barrels outwards.
どけこら！
Brandishing the stolen bag menacingly, his hand violently gestures out of the way.
止まれ！止まりなさい！
The cop is completely flustered. He is quite clearly unaccustomed to this sort of situation. While he's panicking, the distance between us and the thief shrinks with surprisingly swiftness.
邪魔だ！
The man runs in a straight line towards a breakthrough to freedom. See, I'm so bad at narrating. I happen to be standing directly in the middle of his path.
どけっつってんだろうが！
As he prepares to strike with the bag, I ascertain the movement of his shoulder and right arm from the first signs of motion and hit his wrist sharply just as he begins to swing. The man's arm instantly stiffens and loses all momentum. His eyes pop wide open in shock. I immediately grab the collar of the Hawaiian shirt he's wearing and firmly draw him towards me. Before the man can offer resistance to my pull, I smoothly reverse and use my body weight to shove him against me. When pushed just as they begun to embrace themselves against being pulled, anyone except a genuine expert is going to be thrown off balance. Nice shirt. Where'd you buy it? Shock spreads across the man's face as his knees buckle against his will. I try to gain a chokehold using my grip on his neck of his shirt, but the man promptly draws his head back and shifts his body into the side, preventing me from landing a hold on his neck. Although I expected as much from a glance of his build, it seems like he's somewhat experienced in judo. But in cases like this, you would have been better off trying to be a decisive tackle. I think I could do better. In this case, you should have been better off trying to do a decisive tackle. Rotating around the purse snatchers in the opposite direction of his slide, I yank his right arm upwards with both hands. In one movement, I've circled onto his back. Next, I'll pull back on the opponent's wrist and elbow to pin him to the ground. This is just basic Aikido, by the way. Hey now, you got all your priorities wrong. Before worrying about me, you should have killed the guy who sold you that shirt. God damn it. Perhaps unconsciously, the man's now right empty hand desperately slaps against the asphalt. While holding the thief pin, I quickly shoot a look behind me. Don't just stand there!
Oh!
This fucking idiot. The policeman jerks up in a straight God damn it. The policeman jerks up straight in response to my angry shout, taking a pair of handcuffs off of his pouch around his waist. He runs over to restrain the criminal. The purse snatcher seems to have resigned himself to his fate and doesn't offer any pointless resistance. He accepts his red-handed arrest for theft docilely, then sits quietly on the ground with his head hung as the policeman radios for backup. Apparently they weren't too far off, as the sirens approach in no time. And my god, is that fucking loud. Fucking Christ, shut that shit off. Thank you. The two policemen get out of the arriving cruiser and push past the criminal onto the back seat. As I'm quietly watching the scene in perfect passivity, the police officer from earlier runs over.
犯人確保の協力を感謝します。
I'll pass on a letter of thanks. So how about you let me move on?
そうもいかんのですよ。宣告の件も含めて、できれば改めて署でお話を聞かせていただきたいのですが。
Figures as much. Shaking my head in exasperation, I silently rebuke myself. Should have just left it alone. As the policeman pushes at my back, I glance at my wristwatch, informing that I'm already 5 minutes late for any of my meetings.
Na, もうそろそろ話してくれないか?
30 minutes have passed since I brought into the interrogation room. Familiar as the place where criminals break into a flopping sweat and drama TVs. I'm sitting on a cheap foldable pipe chair and my arms folded in perfect silence.
そうやって黙ってちゃいつまで経っても帰れないぞ。誰かと待ち合わせをしているんだろ。さっさと話して終わらせた方がいいんじゃないか。
Instead of responding, I close my eyes, a silent statement indicating that I have absolutely no intention of opening my mouth. The detective clicks his tongue in aspiration at my attitude. I've got a pretty fair idea of what he'll be doing next.
やましいことがないなら話せるだろう。いつまでだんまりを決め込むつもりだ。
The sound of something being struck and an even louder attempt at intimidation. This is the point where any timid guy would be jumping in his seat with wide eyes open, or maybe staring at the floor and quivering. As for me, my eyes are still shut and my arms are still folded quietly. My mind is totally blank. I've been accustomed to adults shouting at me like this ever since I was a kid. Following the threat stage, next step would be for him to grip my hair, jolt me back and forth. But I'm dealing with an official authority group here. I should get off without any direct violence this time. Not to say they won't pull out the old TV cliche and harass me by shining a desk lamp in my eyes or something of sorts. I can roughly translate the detective's sigh. Goddamn kids these days. I gently opened my eyes in order to sneak a look at his disgruntled face. The detective is sitting in front of me. It seems to be challenging the Guinness World Record of some dramatic asymmetry between the left and right side of human mouth. Or maybe he's just scowling. When I let out a snort of laughter in response to his unexpectedly pleasant sight, the detective scratches his head and violently glares at me.
あのな兄ちゃん、誰に入れ知恵されたか知らないが、警察で黙秘したって何も得はしないぞ。
Won't gain anything, but you won't lose anything either, except your time. Turn my gaze to the clock on the wall of the sweat box. An hour has already passed since the scheduled time for my meeting.
なんとか言ったらどうなんだ。
The detective strikes the desk with excellent comedic timing. The best part of it is the way he's knocking his ashtray off the table every time he does this.
もう、なんなんだよお前は。
His tone is distinctively fed up. He stoops down and picks up the plastic tray off the floor. Kazami Yuji. Occupation, student.
だから、そりゃもう何度も聞いたっつんだよ。調べたよ。山梨から来たんだろ。過去の犯罪歴はなし、歩道歴も交通違反もなし、何かを表彰されるようなこともなし、ここまで綺麗な懲罰なしってのは変だろう。まるで誰かが細工したみてえに真っ白なんだよお前は。お前は一体何者なんだ。
Broken story, but I would say that actually most people have a clean record, and that's just due to the fact there's so many damn people, right? It's probably not worth the time and effort to gather data on everybody, I assume. But who the hell knows what the NSA and Homeland Security is doing? I mean, hell, I'm sure At least 25 to 50% of the United States is on some sort of list. Either it be good or bad. You know. And moving on. Kazumi Yuji, occupation student.
なんだそりゃ。警察に捕まったらそれしか言うなって誰かに言われてんのか。お前どっかのテロリストか。
If only you guys could see me roll my eyes. Kazumi Yuji, occupation student.
もういい。黙れ。
First it's say something. I can do better. First it's say something. Now it's shut up. Talk about hard to please. Our I'm just tripping over that word. Our conspicuous detective scowls yet again and scratches his head. Flakes of dandruff gradually drift through the air. Based on his thoroughly wrinkled suit and heavy stubble, I'd say he hasn't been home in ages.
なあなあなあ。頼むよ。こっちの事情も考えてくれよ。
Another sigh. It's enough to make me want to heave one myself. And your narrator has many, many times. Because both takes our work seriously. It seems like we're going to be stuck around in circles.
さっきのひったくり事件の取り調べも進まないし、厄介なの捕まえたよまったく。
Just as we roughly complete this exchange of a one-sided bitterness and mutual glaring, there's a well-timed knock at the door, and the sounds of it being unlocked.
はい。あ、お疲れ様です。
A slightly plump elderly detective enters the room. Given the respectful tone of the detective I've been chatting with, he's probably a superior of some sorts.
どうかしましたか。え、はい。ええ。
By the way, there's no one in these chairs. After a quick glance in my direction, the elderly detective whispers something into the young man's ear. Before long, the young detective turns towards me with a decidedly unpleasant expression. Nonplussed expression. That is a word that I have never seen used. Is it a word?
釈放だとお疲れさん。
Why now all of a sudden?
それはこっちから聞いてくれ。それじゃあな。
Those parting words, the young detective leaves the room. The elderly detective watches him go, and then faces me with a greasy smile.
いやー、すみませんでしたね、風見さん。こちらに連絡が行っていなかったようで、先ほどようやっとあなたの身元保証人の方と連絡が取れた次第でして。
The detective stares at me with eyes like a dead fish.
市ヶ谷の関係者なら最初からそう言っていただかないと。
If you'd known I was from Ichigaya from the start, wouldn't you have thrown me in jail, stripped me naked, and sprayed me down with a hose?
まさかまさかご冗談を。うちは天下の桜だもんですよ。
Just to let you know, I'm nothing but a student. My work at Ichigaya is only part-time cleaning job.
掃除ですか。なるほどね。うまいことおっしゃいますな。さすがはインテリさんの集まりだ。
I suppose the main character would have more of a stern and level voice, I guess. I'm giving him kind of an exasperated and... Well, I'm trying to give an exasperated and fed up voice. Because I would be in this situation, right? But he doesn't seem like that type of person. In response to my words, the detective twists his mouth into something vaguely resembling a smile.
いやー、ですからね。そちらさんもそんなご事情ならば、もっと早く言っておいていただければよかったんですが、ご存知かと思いますが、上があれですから、いろいろとややこしくてね。
Sarcasm drifted from every pore of his body. The detective treats me with a transparently insincere curiosity. He's perfectly civil on a superficial level. The atmosphere in the room is growing increasingly unpleasant. The younger detective from before, hard-ass as he was, seemed indefinitely preferable. Did you inquire about Ichigaya from me?
いいえね、あなたのお名前をデータベースで検索させたんですがね。検索している最中に電話が鳴りまして、受話器を上げてみたら防衛省の特別の機関からのお電話でして、うちの犬がそちらで保護されていないかと聞きましてね。いや、驚きましたよ、実際。うちは保健所じゃありませんからね。
Since you found out about my owner and confirmed that my leash is properly attached, should I be able to leave now, right?
どうぞご自由に。ああ、そうそう。あなたが今度転入なさる学園の学園長からもこちらに連絡がありましたよ。
That's so.
なかなかいらっしゃらないからと近隣の署に片っ端から連絡を入れたそうですよ。おかげでうちの所長も会議の途中で電話に引っ張られたようでして、散々闇を言われたと言っておりました。
Where's my backpack?
お預かりした荷物は玄関に出してありますので、そちらで。なんでしたらうちの車でお送りしましょうか。
I guess for the hell of it, I could give him like the Batman voice, or my best impression of a Batman voice. Maybe I'll try it. You're not getting funds from the public taxes in order to chauffeur. I can't do it. You're not getting funds from the public taxes in order to chauffeur bums like me around, are you? I'll walk. After I'm urged out the door by an old man, the young detective appears from the rear, carrying my backpack they've taken from me earlier.
とんでもない重さだな、これは。一体何が入ってるんだ？
Bit of a tough question. I guess you'd call it my life.
ギャグだとしたら出来は悪いぞ。
That is a pretty good response. It's a little deep though. I don't know if most people would get it. That wasn't really what I was going for.
まあ、そんなことはどうでもいい。ちょっと。
Dropping the backpack next to me, the detective lets out a silent sigh. Thanks for lugging it out here. It's pretty heavy, isn't it?
仕事で柔道やってるような人間に言う言葉じゃないな。田舎の警察とはいえ、その辺は仕込まれてる。
True. I guess that's natural for a policeman. Sorry.
なあお前埋め立て地の学生なんだってな。
Landfill. Wearing the school uniform. You can see it at a glance.
制服が着られているって感じだがな。
He claps my shoulder as we pass each other.
気をつけてな。いろんな意味で。
Those parting words, he heads back into the police station. I guess I don't make a convincing student yet. I'm wearing black slacks and a short-sleeved dress shirt, as well as a blue tartan check necktie. Excluding my somewhat longish hair, I should have been a very image of a student. I guess it's a little difficult, turning into something like that all of a sudden. But it's precisely because of this difficulty that I decided to give it a try. For a while, I myself didn't understand why I'd been asked for this, but now, I think I have a faint grasp onto the reason. I wanted to become something that I couldn't understand, something that I wasn't. At the moment, I've done nothing but smooth down my edges a bit. Perhaps later on I'll become a student, on the inside as well. The sun that had been climbing upward earlier has now finally reached its zenith. The temperature keeps rising, and the sweat oozes from my skin. I'm pretty sure she's picked me up, but... Sensing a presence, I lower my gaze from the sun. My eyes, well accustomed to high contrast light and projecting a human form in a silhouette that can only be the briefest of moments before the details fade in.
お勤めご苦労様。
That's pretty good wording there. It's pretty well written, or at least well translated, I would say. Well written in terms of language. We don't know if it's well written in terms of storyline and plot yet. Hopefully, it is. But so far, not too bad. Typical start to a visual novel, I guess. But overall, not the worst I've ever played through. So far, anyways. We're what, 30 minutes in? A woman raising an awkward salute, grinning broadly, stands before my eyes. Spare me. I don't want to see a pose like that outside of work. In the first place, what's with that dopey salute? The girls in bikinis and maritime SDF recruitment posters have more impressive forms.
もういいじゃないの。早速のお仕事をねぎらってるのに。
I don't recall contributing enough to society today to deserve any appreciation.
はいはい。来た早々とんでもない目にあったのはわかるけど、八つ当たりはしないでちょうだい。そんなことより。
She opens the door to the car stopped next to her.
乗って。目的を遂行する方が最優先。でしょ？
Yeah, true enough. From Mishima, from Mishima Cape Police Station to the National Highway number 133 southbound, we proceed to the sorry, kind of a hiccup there. Excuse me. Let's start this shit over. From Mishima Cape Police Station to the National Highway number 133 southbound, we proceed to the prefectural highway. You know, screw it, I won't say it. And advance further out towards the Cape, and that 2 sentences I just destroyed. A range of slowly rotating wind turbines come into view, indicating our proximity to the sea. Little Radana.
びっくりしたのよ。時間になっても現れないし、これは何かあったんだって連絡したら案の定警察の厄介になってるし、この暑さだから熱射病で倒れてるのかと思っちゃった。
I doubt you really thought I was sick.
どうしてそんなことが言えるの？
You know, we're trying to be... You know, we're trying to... God damn it. You know, we're trying the police station first, not the hospitals.
そりゃあなたのことだからぶっ倒れる前に何とかするとは思ったけど、一応体のこと気遣ってるんだから素直に聞けばいいのに。
Accuracy in weather forecasts and interpersonal communications make society run smoother.
可愛くない。
Pouting again, she continues her Gare. Harangue? I have no idea what that word is. It's that bad narration. Just so you guys know, in high school I was C minus English student. And English as a second language kind of person growing up before high school. In college I did pick up on it though. Got a B.
第一、ここにだって本数は少ないけど電車は通ってるんだから、それで来ればよかったのに歩いてきちゃうんだもん。それも聞いてびっくりしたのよ。ヒマラヤにでも登るような大荷物背負ってるって。
Sorry. I hate trains.
だからって歩いてくるなんて常識外れよ。どうしたの？黙っちゃって。
Could you not mention this to the other students? I don't want them to get any funny ideas from me from the get-go.
変なのが来たって警戒されるかもね。確かに。
Got enough of that from the police to last me a lifetime.
やっぱり職質受けてたのね。はい、着いたわ。ここよ。
The car proceeded about 500 meters along an area of reclaimed coastal land before she brought it to a stop. Yeah, so that's what they mean by landfill. So that's what he meant by landfill. I see. We're on the same page, buddy. As I'm recalling the words of the detective from before, the woman continues our conversation with suddenly cheerful tones.
どう？立派でしょ。この近隣の学校の中では一番新しいのよ。
Very nice. Barely even looks like a school. Those are some damn ass high walls for a school. Jesus. Is that normal in Japan? It's like, what? 2.5-story wall there? Hell, zombie attack that might be the best place to go. Although I heard of it was a new school, its external appearances generally isn't what I expected. A 3-story building, pure white color on the outer walls, is only typical school-like element. Every other aspect is more closely resembling a city office building. Office buildings have high walls like that in Japan? Hell, I can't even think of an office building here in Los Angeles that has walls at all. Maybe burns and trees and bushes, but not freaking walls. The gates to the right and left are less advocating of a school gate than a functional fence at some facility. Yeah. The mounted signboard, likewise, is an utilitarian thing that's printed in a simple interface rather than an hand-drawn work of calligraphy.
これからここがあなたの母校になるのよ。感慨深くない？
I've only arrived at this place. If I were to say I was deeply moved at the sight, it'd be a lie.
味もそっけもない。人間想像力が大事なのよ。
With an exasperated sigh, she opens her hands wide in the overblown gesture of a third-rate actor. You see a lot of those in Japanese dramas.
新設校だからあまり学校のイメージがないかもしれないけど、学生だってちゃんと普通のいい子たちがいるのよ。だから
Jesus, girl.
え
Passable English. Her rigmarole. Rigmarole. I think that's correct. Rigmarole is abruptly interrupted by a high-pitched shrieks of two girls.
やめなさいマキナ。やめなさいってお願いだからあまねなんで逃げるの。セミかわいいよ。虫は大嫌いなのよ。ほれほれ。
I know they're trying to be loud, and that's the idea, but goddamn, are they loud. And what the hell? A fly on a leash? God. I don't know, if I was a kid, I'd get pissed. I probably wouldn't be running, but I'd probably get pissed. That's fucked up. Jesus, is she a fucking smoker too? Telling ya, 3 packs a day is too much for girl B.
むせ返るほど笑ってんじゃないわよマキナ。あんた後で覚えてなさいよ。おやつ抜きにするんだから。おい、ノーウェイ。
I assume she was trying to say no, wait. But it got cut off?
その普通の
Normal? Could you define that term? Is there a class where we chase each other around brandishing insects?
違うのよ。あの子たちはそのね、わかるでしょ。
I don't think I do. But it's nice to see that it's a lively school.
でしょ。とりあえず行きましょうか。中に。
Having apparently forgotten what she was planning to do with her outspread hands, she totters through the gate. Her office is positioned quite near the school building in front of the entrance. The furniture is nicely arranged, based around an old-fashioned desk and chair. It's a pretty nice place, actually. It's pretty nice sofas. And a nice center table. The desk, and that chair in the back could be better. I mean, I have a badass chair. Lazy boy executive chair. What else about this room? kind of weird because it's a corner room with two windows, but a hallway over this way. Kind of strange. So this would be like some sort of indent area. What else here? Anything else weird? Tree's kind of cool. I wish I had a nice plant like that, but it's so dry here in Los Angeles, and there was a fire, which didn't help make anything more wet around here. Overall, not a bad office. I'd probably have more tech in mind, though. Let's continue. In contrast to the incredulity of the building's external appearance, this room is a textbook example of an old-fashioned principal's office.
そこ座って。
I sit on the genuine leather sofa. That's one of the room's most prominent furniture. Wish I had a genuine leather sofa. Those things are expensive. After waiting for me to settle myself, she lowers herself onto the seat across from me.
学園長の立花千鶴です。ようこそ美浜学園へ。
You're the fucking
はじめ
principal.
まして。それともお久しぶりねの方がいいかしら、風見くん。
On a practical level, it's nice to meet you. Might be a better option.
そっか。そうね、確かに。
The slight amused smile. Principal Tachibana takes out a pamphlet.
まあ、あなたのことだからもう概要は知ってるとは思うけど、一応説明はしておくわ。
She flips past a couple of pages of the brochure. I hadn't noticed, but her fingernails are slightly polished. I think I prefer that. I prefer a subtitle look or nothing at all. I hate too much makeup on a girl. It just comes across fake. No, not fake. Trying too hard?
ここは学校法人榊学園の運営する私学の学園で、全国から選ばれた学生たちを集めて日々勉学に励んでいるの。榊学園の母体は関東一円に私鉄網を持つ東浜急行電鉄グループ。その資金力をもって最高の設備と教職員を揃えているわ。まず
The principal shifts to more detailed matters. The East Branch Express is an enormous corporate group with its hand in real estate and large-scale retail. But it's the core of the business and management of the rail line connecting Tokyo to Haneda Airport. Haneda Airport. There we go. The EBE's management is shouldered by the Sasaki family, and it seems plausible that the Sasaki Academy Corporation is also administered directly by them. But that's the only guess based on circumstantial evidence. There's a lack of public information on the secretive corporation's activities. The very existence of this academy isn't very well known. I didn't gain anything that could be called a definitive proof from my investigation so far.
あなたは2年生として学園に入ってもらいます。早速明日のホームルームで転校のことをお知らせするから、それ以降は自由に振る舞って構わないわ。
Her fingers come to a stop, bringing her hands gently together. The principal raises her gaze from the pamphlet and meets my eyes.
どう？あなたのお望み通り、普通の学園生活を送るには最適の環境だと思うけど。
That's nice of her. I have a few questions.
どうぞ。
First, today is a weekday. There's barely anyone at the school grounds. What's going on?
少数精鋭なのよ。学生数はあなたを入れて6人だけなの。
6 students. Is that really what you call a normal student life? Only 6?
そうよ。
The elite few?
ええ。
That includes our friends with the cicada just now. Oh, as a freaking cicada? That makes everything worse.
もちろん。
Question 2. Where am I living from today on?
全寮制なの。後で学生寮の場所を案内します。そこからここに通ってちょうだい。
Dormitory, is it?
寮といっても十分な広さのある個室だから安心よ。
Considering there's only 6 students, I better damn hope so. In that case, not a problem.
以上かしら。
Before we finish, one last thing.
はい、どうぞ。
For the last question only, I stare directly into her eyes. I need to confirm the principal's intention in bringing me here. After all that's said and done, is this a normal school? The principal closes her mouth. After a moment of silence, she opens it once again. A gentle smile. I'm convinced she isn't lying to me to further some sort of hidden self-interest.
あなたがあの時に言った希望、ちゃんと覚えているわよ。
The principal slowly stands up and walks out to the side window. The athletic grounds are visible from the window. Although it's resembling one of those normal schools, the grounds are skirted by an improbably high wall. Yeah, I'd say so.
普通の学園に入って普通の学生生活が送りたい。
The mere handful of students, the bizarrely extravagant facilities on the campus dormitory, the high walls surrounding it all, they clearly indicate abnormality.
でもね、あなたも分かってると思うけど、あなた自身の境遇を考えると、ここしか条件に合うところがなかったのよ。
Jeez, thanks, lady. I guess you're right.
私はあくまでもここは普通の学園だとあなたに言います。
The principal turns to face me.
だからあなたもここで普通に過ごしてくれればいいわ。何かしてほしいとか私から言うことはありません。
Oh, that's nice. Understood.
それじゃ寮の方へ案内するわ。
Yeah. With a nod, I rise to my feet. On the grounds outside, a gust of salty sea air kicks up a cloud of sand.
ここが学生寮よ。管理室も含めると部屋数は全部で11。各部屋ごとにお風呂とトイレとキッチンが備え付けられてるから生活の心配はないわ。家具も一通り揃ってるしね。
That's pretty awesome.
何キョロキョロしてるの？
The cicada pair from earlier doesn't seem to be around.
ああ、スオさんとイリスさんのことね。普 二人ともまだ学園に残っているのかもね。小峰さんもいないようだし。
That Komine. 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 That Komine guy. A student here too?
その子に寮の案内を頼んでいたんだけど、姿が見えないから。
Guess here's the see. So you don't have a minute to grasp on the movements of the students? I see.
私はほら、単なる学園長だから。
Merely. Is it?
ちょっと待ってね。部屋にいるのかもしれないから。
I mean, she's just the principal. I doubt every principal knows where the students are. But that being said, there's only like 6 students here, so it can't be that hard to guess where they are. The principal walks towards the interior of the building. Left there by myself, I stare vacantly up at the ceiling. Soon, I unconsciously fall into my habit of counting the numbers of visible sprinklers, and then roughly estimate the scale of the building. It's kind of weird. Ugh. Need a haircut so bad. Calculating the time needed to gain control of the front entrance and ascertaining the location of emergency exits. Not that many support pillars there are. I guess that's why the ceiling's a bit low. I don't know, this hallway looks like there's a shit ton of support pillars. Like, if someone wanted to bust down this damn hall, this hall would probably be the last thing standing up. At least, you know, the collapse, you'd be able to make it to that exit. Probably okay. Having grown absorbed in my analyzing of the building, I didn't even notice the tug at my sleeve.
私の声聞こえてますか?
Until the final excuse me of finally catches my ear.
あなたは今日到着予定の転入生さんですか?
I dropped my gaze in the direction of the voice to find a girl in a household maid costume looking up at me. Not that she's of particularly diminutive height, except in comparison to the taller male like me. It almost looks like she's kneeling, to be honest.
それとも不審者さんでしょうか?
Guy scoping out the place and examining the exits. Sounds like it. I just noticed I have the damn FPS counter up in the window. Sorry about that. I just have that on for all my Steam games. And yes, this is the Steam version, so it's not going to have any of that, you know, other stuff, quote unquote. No one's going to admit that they're an intruder if you ask them point blank.
そういえばそうですね。目から鱗です。
The hell is that supposed to mean? The maid nods several times, slowly closes her eyes and begins to repeat the words.
不審者かと尋ねられて不審者だと答えるやつはいない。不審者かと尋ねられて不審者だと答えるやつはいない。大丈夫。それでは質問の仕方を変えて、あなたは不審者さんではない人でしょうか?
Flexible thinking isn't your strong suit, clearly.
はい。
Oh, never mind. So what does a maid want with me?
ですから 私はあなたが怪しい人かどうかを確認しています。
This would be the second time today I've heard that pickup line.
それはおめでとうございます。それであなたは不審者さんではない人なんでしょうか？
You're a lot tougher than you look, maid.
ああ、小峰さん、ちょうどよかった。こちらが今度転入することになった風見くんよ。
At this point, having noticed our voices, the principal calls out to the girl. It seems this maid was Komine. Komine. All along. I keep saying I want to say M-O instead of M-I. Komine.
やっぱりあなたが転入生さんだったんですね。
I'm Kazuma Yuji. Good to meet you.
はい、こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
Don't think you've introduced yourself.
すみません。下の名前はサチです。よろしくお願いします。
And this time it's nothing but the first name. I had this thought earlier with the other two, but you certainly gathered some unique elites here.
学生の個性を伸ばすのが学園の役目だから。
I don't think that's true, Miss Principal. Which would mean that she's a student too?
小峰さんはこの学園の1年生よ。あなたには小峰さんが教壇に立つような年に見えた？
I mean, hell, you don't look old enough to be the principal, so why not? I'm not ageist. That's not really my point of confusion here. Our uniforms create a certain preconceptions. For example, if I see a girl wearing bunny ears at a bar, I don't ask what she's done with her Bible. I mean, you could ask that. And I'm sure that would be some sort of response to that, which could be pretty funny and get you a pretty interesting conversation. Or she could be terribly offended.
うん。小峰さんは普段からメイド服でいることが多いから。
That's not an explanation.
確かにそうね。それじゃあ小峰さん、説明してあげて。わかりました。私はクラス委員を任されている関係で、よく先生方のお手伝いや雑用をお願いされることが多いのですが、なんだかメイドさんみたいだねという話から、ちょっとメイド服着てみなよと促され、実際着てみたらやっぱり似合うから、なるべく普段から着た方がいいよと提案されたので。
Still kind of weird. It's a little weird. Well, kind of a lot of weird.
なるべく普段からメイド服を着るように心がけています。
I see. You're, a devoted one. That fallen bunny girl sister could learn a thing or two from you. Yeah, she could. But that bunny girl sister, she is doing her thing.
はい、ありがとうございます。
I wasn't really intending that to be a compliment, but there's no point in telling her that.
じゃあ、ここからは彼女に案内してもらって、その方が話もできていいでしょう。
No objections.
それじゃあ小峰さん、あとお願いね。わかりました。
Okay. I guess I should talk about this. So after watching ReZero, I've also read quite a bit of it, and Rem. Now that's an awesome maid. Don't want to get on her bad side though. She may be slightly crazy and have some baggage, but damn it, she devoted. At least she's no Yoko. She's still pretty awesome to me.
それではまず1階から案内していきますね。
Yeah, if you would. The maid slowly begins to walk, but quickly comes to a stop in front of the management room.
えっと
Stopped dead, she stares at me with an expression that clearly indicates something to say. What's wrong? You need something?
そのあなたのことを何とお呼びしたらいいのか聞き忘れていました。
I was asked that question in real life. Besides giving my real name, what would be funny? What would be funny to say there? Number one. Your number one fan, I guess, would be kind of funny. At least to me. I don't know. Girls might think of that as a cheesy funny pickup line, which it can be, but you know, that's just kind of funny. It could also come off as creepy. No. Yeah, I don't know. Either my real name or my bar name. I'll have to think about that one. What would be funny to say? Hopefully Yuji here has something funny. Come to think of it, you're right.
すみません。
Well, you can call me whatever you want.
それでしたらゆうくんと呼ばせていただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
We've gotten pretty familiar all of a sudden.
では風見さんというのはいかがでしょう。
Sure. Anyways, I'll call you Sachi.
サチ。
My bad. Would Sachimon be better?
いえ、サチで構いませんよ。
Her expression didn't change in the slightest. Her eyes at the moment spoke those words had a strange forcefulness. That's so. Alright, Sachi. Best regards and all that.
はい。
Judging from her smile, it seems she doesn't dislike being called Sachi. It reminds me of SAO Abridged, where he's always screaming Sachi. Hopefully this Sachi doesn't die, like, in a couple of chapters too, but hey, I wouldn't be surprised. I do believe this is one of those type of games where a couple people do die.
それでは早速なのですが、寮に入って最初に見えるこの部屋が風見さんのお部屋になります。
Nameplate seems to say it's the management's room, though.
学園長さんのお話では、風見さんには寮長を兼ねてこの部屋に住んでほしいとのことでしたけど。
That's kind of dropping a bomb on a guy who just got here and who has never had a normal school life. Probably has very little social interaction too. That's pretty rough. In other words, she wants me to play prison guard. Well, at the very least, three out of these 6 students living here are females. It'd probably be prudent to have a room as far away possible from the others to avoid a potential trouble. I guess. I mean, I don't see why it's a big deal, but to me, I was never the type to think of like girlfriends and chicks like that in high school. It never really came across my mind until some girl asked me out, and I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, that's a thing that high school kids do. Well, did. I was always too focused on getting my ideals done. Not a bad thing. Mind if I take a look inside?
はい、これが部屋の鍵です。どうぞ。
I also suppose it's 6 students. How bad could it be? When I open the door with the key she hands me, I promptly set the kitchen and the household goods. Start over. When I open the door with the key she hands me, a promptly placed set of kitchen and household goods catch my eye. They seem to be in good shape, and I can confirm with a glance that the room itself will be more than adequate living environment for my given needs. It's pretty nice, actually, for a dormitory.
この寮のすべての部屋には火災報知器が1つと2つのスプリンクラーが設置されています。
Kind of strange. I guess this place has, very concerned about fire or some shit. But this table. Two-legged table mounted to the wall. That's, expensive and unnecessary. Got it. She seemed to have guessed my thoughts of the directions. She seemed to have guessed my thoughts from the direction of my gaze.
そこは1畳半ほどのウォークインクローゼットになっていると聞いています。
Trying to think of how big that is. I think that's about the same as my closet. As a little test, I focus my eyes on a different point of interest. She provides an explanation in the same way. Although she's a little off in some departments, she seems to be pretty sharp in other aspects. I see. Looks like there won't be any problems. As I speak, I twist the faucet over the sink. Was someone using this room before I came?
いいえ、少なくとも4ヶ月は誰も使っていなかったはずですが。
The water's pretty clear, considering. I guess that's kind of an interesting way of examining a room. That does happen with some pipes. But if the pipe's close enough to the source, and say if it was on the main pipeline or the building had some sort of looping water system, it wouldn't be that cloudy. I remember my friend's apartment had a looping hot water system, so it was always going through the building and into the water heater. So it was always constantly hot. Surprised the F out of me, considering I'm a person who normally lives in a house for most of my life. First time in an apartment, and that scolded the crap out of my hands.
まあ、建物自体新しいですし、風見さんがいらっしゃる前はこの部屋を倉庫代わりに使用することもあったので、その時に誰かが水道を使っていたのかもしれません。私も時々お掃除の時にバケツの水を汲むために使っていましたから。
I see. I twist the faucet to stop the water, drop the luggage I've been carrying on the spot, and promptly leave the room.
それから玄関を入って正面のスペースはみんなの共有の場所になっています。
This is kind of a nice common area. Hopefully there's a kitchen on the back that I'm facing, or something like that. The standard student dorm community space, is it?
はい。マキちゃんやアマネさんなんかはよくここで過ごしていますよ。
Not so. Although I haven't heard those names before, they must be some other students.
それから風見さんの部屋の隣はボイラー室。その正面が階段で、その奥には4つの部屋があって、階段の隣の3号室が私の部屋になります。
I heard there's 11 rooms in total. Any reason why you picked the one on the first floor? If you're a person who doesn't like stairs, that's fine. Makes it easier to move in, that's for sure. I'm more of a stairs person, 'cause that's probably the most exercise I get.
それは私の名前がサチなので、さっちゃんなら3号室でしょと。
I get the idea.
ここが2階です。2階は基本的に部屋のみの構造となっていて、私以外の学生さんは全員この階に住んでいます。
Which would mean that 2 of these are vacant.
はい、7号室と9号室は現在空き部屋になっています。3階はこの大浴場をはじめとした戦闘的な構造になっています。
That is a nice bathroom. And a great effing view.
階段の反対側にはコインランドリーや物干しスペースもあるので、必要な時に利用してください。もし洗濯自体が苦手なようでしたら、私に言っていただければ代行しますので。
That's nice of you, but I'm more than capable of doing it on my own. You wouldn't be taking care of someone else's chore or be a nuisance.
クラス委員ですから。
No, it's not. Alright, I'll keep that offer in mind.
はい。
There's no reason to refuse the offer outright when the offer is delivered, with such an earnest smile. No, you can definitely deny it. I would. By the way, can you use this grand bathroom as we please?
はい。清掃は専門の業者さんが定期的にやってくれているので、清掃中以外は24時間利用可能です。
That's pretty cool. The hell, I don't want to clean this shit.
ただ、男湯と女湯に分かれているわけではないので、風見さんが入浴する際は入り口にこの札をかけるようにしてください。
As she speaks, she hands me a card that reads, "In use, male bathing." Good to know. Sure. I think I might take advantage of it pretty often. The view up here is pretty nice. Damn right it is.
そうですね。周りには校舎の他に高い建物もないですし、ガラスの透過率も 75% ですから、海面に沈む夕日を眺めることもできますよ。
Looks more than 75% transparent. An ocean view, huh? Not bad.
ご希望ならすぐに入ることもできますけど。
As she speaks, I notice that she is already holding a towel and a change of clothes in her hands. Pretty well prepared.
この大浴場を見た大体の人はすぐに入ってみたくなるみたいなので。
I see. The fruits of your experience, is it? What's wrong?
風見さんのための着替えではなく、私の着替えを持ってきてしまいました。
As if to demonstrate, female underwear slips out from among the clothes that Sachi had. Is this a declaration that you want to bathe together?
いえ、そのつもりはありませんでした。すみません。
I really don't think there's anything to apologize for.
ありがとうございます。ではこれで寮の案内は終わりになりますが、何か質問はありますか？
Let's see. Can I ask you something about the other dorm? Other than a dorm?
私に答えられることでしたら。
In that case, let's hear your 3 sizes.
はい、上から82、56、83です。
Hourglass body on? Pretty stacked, I guess. I have really no idea. Because I don't think that's a thing in the United States. I mean, you kind of could tell by looking if they look good or not most of the time. Who cares about the exact measurements? At the moment, is there any specific man you're going out with?
いません。
Your experience with men to date?
ありません。
I know I'm the only one who'd ask you these questions, but answering them so politely would also be because you're one of those class representatives?
クラス委員はみんなの役に立ってこそのクラス委員ですから。
What admirable devotion to customer service.
ありがとうございます。他に質問はありますか？
Nothing comes to mind.
わかりました。もし他に聞きたいことができたら、部屋にある内線電話で3番を押してください。私の部屋につながるので。
Are you sure you just don't want to be the administrator or manager? Got it.
それでは私はこれで失礼しますね。
With that note of farewell, Sachi bows like a genuine housemaid and starts to turn away. Sachi?
はい。
Thanks for the tour. I really appreciate it.
はい。
Class representatives these days seem to be surprisingly tough-willed bred. After Sachi's tour ended, I took another look around the interior of the building on my own. And I think I am going to save it there. I'll do the quick save. And the
セ
regular
ーブする
save.
わ。
And we'll pick this up right here, hopefully, maybe. Maybe I'll just end the series here. I don't really like to do these visual novels for too long. It's a little bit too much narration, and it's a little bit more enjoyable for me personally if I just read it on my own. No offense. Narrating kinda... It helps me develop my speaking skills and my reading skills, but not my enjoyability of this thing. But I recommend, if you did enjoy this first half hour of this game, that you'll pick it up yourselves and play through it. I'm sure it gets a lot better than what it has been so far. It's just been an introduction of the game, and it hasn't shown what this thing is really about. Not that I know, but most visual novels take quite a turn as you go deeper into it. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this game, and I hope you catch the next one. And until then, see you next time.